Are your web pages just not ranking as high as you expect them to in 2025? You've spent hours, maybe even days, crafting the perfect content, hitting all the right keywords, and building quality backlinks, but still, nothing. Your competitors are soaring past you in the search results, and you're left scratching your head. Well, I'm here to tell you that it might not be your content at all. The culprit could be something you've overlooked: your page experience. Today, I am going to pull back the curtain on how Google's page experience signals are impacting your SEO and, more importantly, what you can do to fix it and boost your rankings fast. Hi everyone, I'm Yone, and welcome to the channel. In this video, we're diving deep into Google's page experience update and exploring why it has become absolutely crucial for SEO success in 2025. Think about it. More and more users are browsing on their mobile devices, and Google's primary goal has always been to serve its users with the best possible results. That means they're increasingly focused on the real, tangible user experience. Understanding and optimizing for page experience can genuinely make or break your website's performance in the search rankings. So, if you want to stay ahead of the curve, you're in the right place. Let's get started. So, what exactly is page experience? In simple terms, it's a set of signals that measure how users perceive the experience of interacting with your web page, beyond its pure informational value. Google is looking past the words on the page and focusing on factors that directly affect usability, satisfaction, and overall delight. It's about how your site feels to a user. The key elements that make up this score are a handful of technical but very important factors. First, and perhaps most famously, we have the core web vitals. These are the big three: loading speed, interactivity, and visual stability. We'll break those down in just a moment. Next is mobile usability. This is a non-negotiable. How well does your site perform on phones and tablets? Can users easily navigate, read, and interact without pinching and zooming? Then there's HTTPS security. This is about keeping your site and your users' data safe. Google has been pushing for a secure web for years, and having that little padlock in the address bar is a significant trust signal. Finally, Google looks at intrusive interstitials in plain English. These are those annoying pop-ups that block the main content, especially on mobile. If a user lands on your page and is immediately hit with a giant pop-up they can't close, that's a negative experience. Together, these factors give Google a clear picture of whether users are likely to enjoy their time on your site, stay longer, and engage with your content. Now, let's zoom in on the heart of page experience: the core web vitals. These are three specific metrics designed to measure the real-world user experience of a page. First up is the largest contentful paint, or LCP. This metric measures how quickly the most prominent content on the page, like a hero image or a large block of text, loads and becomes visible to the user. You want this to happen fast. The goal is to have an LCP of under 2.5 seconds. Anything longer, and users might start to feel like your site is slow. The second core web vital is first input delay, or FID. This measures responsiveness and interactivity. It asks the time from when a user first interacts with your page, like clicking a button or a link, to the time when the browser is actually able to respond to that interaction. A low FID gives the user the feeling that your site is snappy and responsive. For a good user experience, you should aim for an FID of less than 100 milliseconds. And the third vital is cumulative layout shift, or CLS. This one measures visual stability. Have you ever been reading an article when suddenly an ad loads and the text jumps down the page, causing you to lose your place? That's a layout shift, and it's incredibly frustrating. CLS measures the total score of all unexpected layout shifts that occur during the entire lifespan of the page. You want to keep your CLS score under 0.1 to prevent these annoying and jarring experiences for your users. Now, I know these metrics sound technical, but improving them is often easier than you think. Here's a quick pro tip for you. One of the biggest wins for improving your core web vitals is optimizing your images. Large, uncompressed image files are often the main cause of slow LCP. Use modern formats like WebP. Compress your images before uploading, and implement lazy loading so that images below the fold only load when the user scrolls to them. Additionally, enabling browser caching and reducing or deferring heavy JavaScripts can drastically improve all three of these scores. Even small changes here can lead to big results. So, why does Google care so much about all of this? It's simple. Google's business model depends on providing the best possible search experience. They want to send users to websites that will satisfy their query and provide a smooth, enjoyable browsing session. Sites that load fast, are secure, are easy to use on mobile, and don't have jarring layout shifts tend to be the ones that users love. Consequently, these are the sites that Google wants to rank higher. A poor page experience has tangible negative consequences that go far beyond just search rankings. Think about it from a user's perspective. If they click on your site and it takes forever to load, what do? They hit the back button. That's a higher bounce rate. If they manage to stay, but the layout keeps shifting and they can't click what they want, they'll get frustrated and leave. That's lower engagement. And if they can't easily complete a purchase or fill out a form because the site is clunky on their phone, you've just lost a customer. That's a direct hit to your conversions. So, optimizing for page experience isn't just about pleasing a Google algorithm. It's about keeping your audience happy, building trust, and ultimately, growing your business. Alright, let's get practical. You understand what page experience is and why it's important. Now, what are the concrete steps you can take to improve it? First, focus on your core web vitals. Use tools like Google's Page Speed Insights or the Core Web Vitals report in Google Search Console to analyze your pages. As we discussed, compress your images, use lazy loading for media, and minimize or defer render blocking resources like JavaScript and CSS. Second, double down on mobile friendliness. Your site absolutely must use a responsive design that adapts to all screen sizes, but don't just rely on your desktop view. Actually test your site on multiple mobile devices to ensure that buttons are easy to tap, text is readable, and navigation is intuitive. Third, enable HTTPS across your entire site in 2025. This is non-negotiable. If your site is still on HTTP, you're sending strong negative signals to both users and Google. Most web hosts offer free SSL certificates, so there's really no excuse not to make the switch. Fourth, review your use of pop-ups and interstitials. Are you blocking content as soon as a user lands on the page? Rethink that strategy. Consider using less intrusive banners or timed pop-ups that appear after a user has had a chance to engage with your content. The key is to keep the user's journey smooth and uninterrupted. And finally, make a habit of monitoring your Google Search Console reports. The Page Experience Report will literally tell you which URLs have issues and what those issues are. Regularly check these reports, identify the problems, and work through them one by one. This is your direct line of communication with Google on how it perceives your site's user experience. To wrap things up, improving your page experience isn't just an optional nice-to-have SEO task anymore. In 2025, it's absolutely essential. It's a fundamental part of a modern holistic SEO strategy. By focusing on the core pillars of speed, usability, and security, you're not just chasing an algorithm update. You're future-proofing your website, you're building a stronger brand, and most importantly, you're providing a genuinely better and more valuable experience for your visitors. And in the long run, that's what truly leads to sustainable growth and success. If you found this video helpful and you're ready to level up your SEO game, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future tips. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you checked your page experience scores recently? What's the biggest challenge you're facing? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.